Part 1, Inspiring Opening, Hair and Confidence. After 60, have you ever stood in front of the mirror, ran your fingers through your hair, and thought, wait a minute, where did all that volume go? Maybe your hairbrush isn't just brushing anymore. It's collecting a little too much history. Or maybe your once shiny hair has started looking a little tired, a little dull, a little thinner than you remember, and you're not alone. After 60, many women start noticing big changes in their hair, and not the fun kind. We're talking about hair that breaks easily, falls out more than it should, loses its shine, or just doesn't grow the way it used to. But here's the good news. Your best hair days aren't behind you. They might just be hiding behind the wrong shampoo, the wrong habits, or simply the wrong expectations. Because here's what nobody tells you. Hair after 60 isn't doomed. It's just different. And just like everything else at this stage of life, it needs a little extra kindness, a little more attention, and a whole lot of love. This video is your invitation to do exactly that. We're going to walk together through the real, practical, joyful ways you can keep your hair healthy, shiny, and full, no matter your age. No gimmicks, no miracle products, just wise advice that actually works. From nutrition to gentle care, to little habits that add up in the most beautiful way. And let me tell you, this isn't about chasing youth. It's about embracing where you are and looking in the mirror with pride, saying, I still got it, and my hair does too. So before we dive in, make yourself a warm cup of tea, get comfortable, and take a deep breath. You're not here to be perfect. You're here to feel good, to feel seen, to feel like you're doing something beautiful for you. And if that sounds like the kind of energy you need today, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, because this channel is all about aging with grace, confidence, and a little sass. Part 2, Why Hair Gets Weaker. After 60 and what you need to know. Let's start with the big question that so many women quietly ask themselves but rarely talk about out loud. Why does hair become thinner, weaker, and more fragile after 60? Is it just aging? Is it hormones? Is it something we did wrong? Well, here's the honest answer. It's not just one thing. It's a mix of changes happening all at once. Inside your body, in your lifestyle, and sometimes even in your emotions. Let's break it down gently. First, there's the hormonal shift. After menopause, estrogen levels drop significantly. And estrogen isn't just a reproductive hormone. It also plays a major role in keeping hair thick, growing, and strong. When estrogen declines, hair starts growing more slowly. Follicles shrink. Strands become finer. You might even notice your hairline receding or the crown looking a little thinner than before. And yes, this is totally normal. Second, there's the natural slowdown of cell regeneration. As we age, everything in the body moves just a little slower. The skin takes longer to renew, the scalp doesn't produce as much natural oil, and the hair's life cycle gets a bit sleepy. That means strands don't grow back as quickly when they fall out. The hair that used to feel bouncy and full may start feeling flat, dry, and lifeless. Next, let's talk about nutrition, something many people overlook. After 60, our bodies don't absorb nutrients the way they used to. Even if you're eating well, things like iron, protein, B vitamins, and zinc may not be reaching your follicles the way they need to. And when the hair doesn't get the right fuel, it simply can't thrive. Now let's add in some outside stressors. We're talking about years of heat styling, coloring, sun exposure, and even emotional stress, all of which take a toll on hair health over time. Maybe it was raising kids, building a career, caring for loved ones. All beautiful, meaningful things. But they can also leave less time for self-care. Then suddenly one day, you look in the mirror and realize your hair has changed. And here's the part that matters most. It's okay. This change is not a failure. It's not your fault. And it's certainly not something you have to accept without options. Because while we can't turn back time, we can work with it. There are gentle, effective ways to nourish your hair, from the inside out and from the outside in, so that it stays healthy, strong, and full of life. And it doesn't have to mean expensive salon treatments or miracle products. It starts with understanding, with patience, with small, consistent changes. And yes, with a little wise advice passed between women who've walked this road before you. So if you've ever caught yourself feeling frustrated or discouraged or even a little heartbroken about what's happening to your hair, I want you to take a deep breath. You are not losing your beauty. You are simply entering a new season. And in this season, your hair can still be beautiful. Different? Yes, but beautiful in a whole new way. In the next section, we'll talk about the foods that help support thicker, shinier hair. No pills, no tricks, just nature doing what it does best. Let's keep going. Your hair is worth it, and so are you. Part 3, nutrition that nourishes your hair from within. Now that we've talked about why your hair changes after 60, let's shift to something empowering. What you can do about it. Because here's the truth. While we can't change our hormones or stop time, we can absolutely change how we nourish our bodies. And when it comes to hair, what you eat matters more than most people realize. Hair is made of protein. It's a living part of your body that relies on nutrients, just like your heart, your skin, and your bones. But after 60, getting those nutrients where they need to go takes more intention. Let's talk about the building blocks your hair needs and where to find them right in your kitchen. First up is protein. Hair is made of a protein called keratin, and without enough protein in your diet, your body simply can't grow or maintain strong strands. As we age, we often eat less protein, especially if our appetites shrink or we're trying to eat light, but your hair needs it. Some great options: eggs, salmon, Greek yogurt, chicken, lentils, tofu. Even a spoonful of nut butter can help. Try to include some form of protein at every meal, not just for your muscles, but for your hair. Next, let's talk about iron. Iron helps your red blood cells carry oxygen to your scalp. Without enough iron, hair follicles can shrink or even go dormant, meaning your hair grows slower or stops altogether. Many women over 60 are mildly iron deficient and don't even know it. You can boost your iron levels with foods like spinach, beans, lean red meat, pumpkin seeds, and even fortified cereals. And here's a tip. Pair iron-rich foods with something high in vitamin C, like citrus fruits or bell peppers, to help with absorption. Now on to biotin, the star of many hair supplements. Biotin is part of the B vitamin family and supports a keratin production. You don't need a pill to get it. It's found in eggs, almonds, sweet potatoes, and oats. If you're eating a balanced diet, you're likely getting enough. But if your hair is brittle, adding more biotin-rich foods might make a difference. Then we have omega-3 fatty acids, found in fatty fish like salmon, walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds. Omega-3s help reduce inflammation in the scalp and keep your hair shiny and hydrated. They also support the natural oils that protect your hair from dryness and breakage. Finally, don't forget about zinc and vitamin E. Zinc helps repair hair tissue and keeps your follicles functioning. It's found in nuts, seeds, and whole grains. Vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant that supports scalp health and protects hair cells from aging. You can get it from sunflower seeds, almonds, and avocados. If all this sounds like a lot, don't worry. You don't need to overhaul your whole diet overnight. Start small. Maybe add spinach to your omelet, or snack on a handful of almonds instead of chips. Add salmon to dinner once or twice a week. These little changes, done consistently, can bring big results over time. And don't forget hydration. Dry hair is often dehydrated hair. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses of water a day and include water-rich foods like cucumbers, berries, and soups. Here's what's beautiful about all of this. You're not just feeding your hair, you're nourishing your whole body. You're supporting your skin, your energy, your heart, and your sense of well-being. It's not just about growing more hair. It's about growing stronger from the inside out. So take a moment to celebrate that. Every time you choose a food that supports your health, you're choosing you, your strength, your radiance, your joy. In the next part, we'll look at how to care for your hair from the outside, gently, naturally, and with love. Because great hair starts on the inside, but it also needs a little TLC on the outside too. Let's keep going. You're doing beautifully. Part 4, gentle external care for aging hair. We've talked about what goes into your body. Now let's talk about what you're putting on your hair, and just as importantly, how you treat it. Because after 60, your hair doesn't just want to be washed and styled, it wants to be cared for gently and lovingly. It's been with you through decades of life. It deserves a little tenderness. And when it gets that, something beautiful happens. Even fragile, thinning hair can start to look and feel full of life again. So let's start with the basics. How you wash your hair. Many women over 60 still use the same hair care routine they used in their 30s. But the truth is, your hair's needs have changed, and so should your products. Look for shampoos that are sulfate-free and labeled as moisturizing or gentle. Sulfates strip away natural oils, and after 60, your scalp produces less oil on its own. You don't want to take away what little moisture you still have. You also don't need to shampoo every day. In fact, overwashing can make your hair drier and more brittle. 2 to 3 times a week is often enough, especially if your hair is on the finer or drier side. Next up, conditioning. This step isn't optional anymore. It's essential. A good conditioner helps seal the cuticle, add softness, and prevent breakage. If your hair tends to be dry or frizzy, use a deep conditioning mask once a week. You can even try natural oils like coconut oil, argan oil, or olive oil. Just a small amount worked through the ends before bedtime, then rinsed out in the morning. And speaking of ends, don't forget to trim your hair regularly. It might sound counterintuitive when you want to grow your hair longer or make it look fuller, but regular trims keep your ends healthy. Split ends can travel up the hair shaft and make your hair look frizzy, dull, or flat. A trim every 6 to 8 weeks can make a big difference. Now let's talk about styling. Heat styling is one of the biggest culprits behind aging, damaged hair. Blow dryers, curling irons, straighteners, they all break down the protein structure of your hair over time. That doesn't mean you have to stop using them completely, but try to use a heat protectant spray every time. Set your tools to a lower temperature. Let your hair air dry whenever possible. Switch to styles that work with your natural texture, not against it. And here's a little secret. The less you fight your hair, the more it shines. Let's not forget scalp care. Your scalp is skin, and like all skin, it needs attention. Massage your scalp gently when you shampoo. This increases blood flow and helps stimulate hair follicles. You can also use a scalp oil or serum once or twice a week. Something with peppermint oil, tea tree, or rosemary can help wake up the roots and calm irritation. Also consider switching to a silk pillowcase. Cotton can pull and tangle hair as you sleep, while silk helps your hair glide smoothly. Less breakage, less dryness, and a little extra luxury at bedtime. One more important thing, how you talk to your hair. It may sound silly, but your mindset matters. Speak to yourself and to your reflection with kindness. Not "why is my hair so thin?" but "thank you for still growing." Not "I miss my old hair," but "this is the hair I have now, and I'm going to care for it well." Because beauty after 60 isn't about pretending we're still 30. It's about showing up as we are, with softness, with confidence, and yes, with a bit of sparkle. In the next section, we'll talk about haircuts and styles that work with your hair as it is now. To make it look fuller, healthier, and more radiant, you don't have to cut it all off unless you want to. There's a perfect style waiting for you, and we're about to find it together. Part 5. Choosing the right cut and style. After 60, let's talk about something fun, haircuts and style. Because here's the thing. At this stage in life, you don't have to follow any trends, any rules, or anyone's expectations. You've earned the right to wear your hair however you want. But if you're looking for a fresh start, or if your hair is feeling thinner, flatter, or just harder to manage than it used to be, the right cut can make a world of difference. You don't have to cut it all off, unless you want to. And no, short hair is not your only option. But you do want to work with the texture and thickness you have now, not the hair you had at 35. Let's look at a few styles that can help your hair look thicker, healthier, and more youthful, with minimal effort. First up, the soft layered bob. This is a timeless, elegant style that works beautifully on thinner hair. Layers add movement and volume without making the ends look stringy. It frames the face gently and gives just the right lift at the crown. You can wear it straight, curled, or even slightly tousled for a more relaxed modern look. Next, the shoulder-length cut with long layers. If you love keeping some length, this is a wonderful in-between option. Long layers can prevent your hair from looking heavy or flat, and with the right styling, you can create the illusion of fullness. Adding soft waves with a wide barrel curler or simply letting your hair air dry in a loose braid can make the layers really come alive. Now let's talk about pixie cuts. Yes, really, the pixie has come a long way over the years. Today's pixies are soft, textured, and surprisingly feminine. And if your hair has gotten very fine or sparse, a pixie can actually look fuller than longer hair. Plus, it's low maintenance, cool in the summer, and gives a confident, fresh vibe. Not ready for short? That's okay. You can still wear long hair after 60, but with a few gentle tweaks. Instead of growing it out with no shape, ask your stylist for face framing layers. These soften the features, add lift, and prevent the drag down look. You might also consider a side swept bang or soft curtain fringe. Bangs can make a huge difference. They draw attention to your eyes, cover fine lines on the forehead, and add a youthful touch without trying too hard. Whatever you choose, keep this in mind. Movement is key. Flat, one-length hair can make thinning more obvious. But movement, through layers, soft curls, or a tousled finish, brings your hair back to life. And always, always work with your natural texture. If your hair has become wavy, don't fight it with heat every day. If it's gone straight, don't try to force volume with heavy products. Instead, ask your stylist for a cut that enhances what your hair naturally wants to do. This brings us to one of the most important parts of choosing a cut, your stylist. Find someone who listens, who understands aging hair, who doesn't just suggest what's trendy, but what works for you, your face shape, your hair density, your lifestyle. A great stylist will leave you feeling empowered, not pressured, and when you walk out of the salon, you should feel like the best version of yourself, not someone you're trying to imitate. Remember, the right haircut doesn't change who you are. It just helps bring your radiance forward. So whether you choose a bob, a pixie, a soft layered lob, or something uniquely your own, make it yours. Make it something that feels like freedom, not maintenance. Like joy, not just convenience. In the final part of this video, we'll pull everything together, from nourishment to daily care to mindset, so you can walk away not just with tips, but with a deeper confidence in your own beauty. Because you're not just aging, you're evolving, and your hair, like you, still has so much to say. Let's wrap it up together. Part 6, final thoughts, bringing it all together. So here we are, you've made it all the way through, and I want you to take a quiet moment to really feel that, because you didn't just watch a video about hair, you took time for yourself, you listened, you reflected, you opened the door to possibility. And that, my dear, is powerful. Let's take a deep breath and look at what we've learned together. You now understand why hair changes after 60, the hormonal shifts, the slower cell renewal, the nutritional needs that often go unmet. You've discovered how simple, nourishing foods can give your hair the fuel it needs to grow stronger and shinier, naturally from within. You've seen how gentle, mindful hair care, from shampoo to trimming to styling, can protect what you already have and bring out its full potential. You've explored how the right haircut, chosen with love and intention, can make you feel lighter, brighter, and more like yourself again, without needing to chase trends or hide your age. And through it all, maybe, just maybe, you've realized that your hair isn't something to be fixed. It's something to be honored. Because every strand has a story, and just like you, it's still growing, still changing, still showing up, even after everything life has asked of it. So what now? Now it's your turn. Maybe you'll start small, adding spinach to your lunch or trimming the ends of your hair this weekend. Maybe you'll swap your shampoo for something gentler. Maybe you'll finally book that haircut you've been thinking about for months. Or maybe you'll simply look in the mirror tomorrow morning and smile, because you're no longer frustrated, you're informed, you're no longer confused, you're empowered, and you're no longer waiting for someone to tell you you're beautiful. You already know. That's the magic of wise advice shared woman to woman, heart to heart. And if this video gave you even a spark of that magic, I'd love to invite you to keep this conversation going. Click subscribe to join our growing circle of women redefining aging, with warmth, wisdom, and a little bit of sass. Click the notification bell so you don't miss what's coming next, because we're just getting started. And most importantly, leave a comment below and share with me. What part of your hair journey are you walking through right now? What's working for you? What do you still want to learn more about? Your voice matters, and your story just might help another woman feel seen, understood, and inspired to love herself a little more today. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for taking care of yourself. And thank you for reminding all of us that growing older is not the end of beauty. It's the beginning of something softer, deeper, and incredibly real. Take care of your hair, take care of your heart, and I'll see you in the next video.